Hello everyone, this is Arthur again. Today we're going to take a look at my 2013 BMW X5 35i. I've showed this car a couple of times on the channel. It's reaching 120,000 miles and I decided to do a big service on it. I have done few large jobs on this car prior, around 100,000 miles. I did the oil pan gasket, spark plugs, water pump, hoses, some of the hoses, belt, tensioners and pulleys and so on. You might be able to find a video about a year back. I'll leave a link in the description below to that other video. As far as at 120,000 miles went, I did a front suspension refresh with all new control arms, shocks, steering, tie rod ends, inner and outer, brakes all around, and also rear shocks. I went with Bilstein B8s all around. This car does have lowering springs on it, so those B8 shocks complemented it nicely. It rides nice and firm. Now the old shocks weren't that bad. Nothing was really excessively worn on the suspension, but it was starting to show some age. I did have this knock coming when I would turn at slow speeds, which kind of sounded like it would be one of the lower control arm bushings, but it ended up being the transfer case itself, the clutches. It needed to be serviced and adaptations reset and recalibrated, and it took care of the sound. So if you do encounter an issue like that at a low speed, at full lock turn, you get this knocking sound coming from under the car, check that. Service and adaptations reset with the scanner. So I did end up getting brand new wheels for this car from a dealer. One of my wheels had a small crack and it was leaking a little bit of air, and the wheels were showing some age on them, and I did buy one wheel to replace the wheel, but after seeing what these wheels look brand new, I decided to go with 4 new ones from the dealership, and they look pretty amazing. I think it have Michelin tires on it, so complements very well. The inside still looks the same. This car does have soft closed doors, which is a fantastic option. Sport package. I did do a transmission service on it at around 105,000 miles, so I haven't done that again any longer. I do oil changes every 5,000 miles on this car, as well as on my all other cars, a year or 5,000 miles, whichever comes first. And other than that, this car has been very trouble free. I haven't had really any issues with it. Highly recommend a 35i X5, 13 or 12, as I think they're the best ones out of this E70s. And as long as you take care of the leaks and maintenance items, they are pretty trouble free. Here's a look under the hood. Just a standard N55, 300 horsepower, 300 pound-feet of torque. It's a great engine. I'm also going to show you guys the parts that I used for the service. For the rotors, I decided to go with Bacon Arley brand all around. And then these are my favorite brake pads that I like to use for all my cars whenever they're available. Akebono Hero Ceramics. They break fine and they make almost zero dust. And these are the new sensors. They're gonna go on the X5. Decided to go with Bilstein B8s front and back. I'm excited to see how these are gonna perform on my car, especially with it being slightly lowered. Okay, here's a look at the bottom of the car. Let's go start from the back. See the two exhaust tips. These are the 315 size Michelin Pilot sport tires. You have built-in shocks. I also did install new sway bar bushings and links, length order. The rear control arms and bushings, they look okay. There's no noises, no play, nothing, so I didn't replace any of those items. The new rotors and pads and sensors are on also. So overall, this car is looking pretty clean. There's no real dirt or anything under it. Here's the front, new control arms, new tie rod kit, brake pads, rotors. Here's the other side. Control arms. I did do the oil pan on this car about a year and a half ago. Year and a half ago. It was starting to leak and it's not leaking any longer. Okay, please comment, like and subscribe. There's more videos to come. Thank you for watching.